Boy, does it feel good to be back. That's right, I know you missed the daily nerdy videos, nerd news. Well, this is Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle. Vacation is over, and we are back to daily uploads, starting off with something that's very near and dear to me, Sonic the Hedgehog, because there are rumors that, we might be getting reboots and or remakes of games in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. So, let's talk about right here from the gamer. Sega is considering reboots and remakes for Sonic. Did someone say Sonic Adventure Remake? Oh my goodness, it's as if they've known what I've been asking for at least a decade and a half, maybe longer. And yeah, like I said, it's coming from the gamer. We all know that I normally push back on the gamer because they're a bunch of liberal, lunatic, woke freakazoids who have no idea what real video gaming is and always want to put politics and an agenda and everything. But I mean, come on, a Sonic Adventure Remake? Who would not want this? This is a literal dream if done right. This is hopefully going to be a positive video. Again, we don't get enough of this on YouTube. Maybe this will be a positive video. We haven't read the article yet, so maybe it's going to turn into a negative one. Come on this adventure with me. Let's see. Gotta go fast. Sega's president, Yukio Sugino, has confirmed the studio is interested in reboots and remakes for past Sonic the Hedgehog games, along with other classic Sega franchises. Oh, that's interesting. Nights into Dreams, maybe? Space Channel? What other Sega stuff could get a reboot? I mean, I'd love to see maybe, Virtua Fighter brought back, but let's keep focusing on the Blue Burr. And if you guys are wondering, man, why Sonic? Why are you so fixated on Sonic, besides the fact that, it's my favorite franchise of all time, besides maybe Resident Evil? Well, on vacation, I got to meet the voice actor that plays Sonic, Mr. Roger Craig Smith. What a dream come true. Got his autograph, got a photo with him. He was glorious. Recent announcements for remakes like Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Super Mario RPG, and Silent Hill 2, just to name a few, have proven that remakes, reboots, and rehashes aren't going away anytime soon. Surprisingly, despite generally following the same formula for both its 2D and 3D games, Sonic the Hedgehog has somehow managed to avoid diving too deeply into the remake pool, instead building on itself to keep things fresh. Well, except for all those times it's reused Green Hill Zone. Yeah, that's entirely true. While Sonic games are very rarely, if ever, remakes, let's not talk about re-releases, yeah, they've been using Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant way too goddamn much the last decade, so let's get away from Green Hill Zone. Like, if we're gonna remake a game, remake Sonic Adventure, maybe Sonic Adventure 2, a game that doesn't use Green Hill Zone, except the novelty of Sonic Adventure 2. If you 100% complete the game, you get it as like a test level, but that's neither here nor there. So yes, remake one of the games that isn't a godforsaken Green Hill Zone game. Remake Sonic Heroes. That could be interesting. That game deserves a chance of being good. It looks like that's going to change in the near future. However, as reported by DualShockers, Sega president Yukio Sugino recently took part in an interview with Famitsu where he suggested that the company is looking into reboots and remakes for several of its classic series, specifically pointing at Sonic as one it was interested in focusing on. And I mean, look like this article is just as interested in Sonic Adventure Remake as I am, because they're using screenshots. This from Sonic Adventure, this from Sonic Adventure. I mean, I thought people loved Sonic Adventure 2 more. I thought I was in the minority for thinking that Adventure is the better game, but whatever. I'm all for it. Just give us Sonic Adventure, or better yet, do what Spyro Reignited Trilogy did and what the Crash Bandicoot remakes did, and give us the package deal. Remake Adventure and Adventure 2 from the ground up and give us both games in one package. In fact, do all three, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, because that's technically part of the Adventure Trilogy. When you look at the Sonic timeline, it has all the same voice actors for most of the cast and whatnot. It references the Sonic Adventure games in the story. Give us all three like you did with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Your boy would be one happy speedrunner, and I mean that in both versions of the terminology. The conversation around reboot started with Famitsu interviewer mentioned Samba de Amigo Party Central, mistakenly calling it a reboot of the series. Sugino then noted it wasn't a reboot and it was instead a brand new entry into the series. This then caused him to talk about Sonic Superstars, which he called a return to 2D action. You already know, I cannot wait for Sonic Superstars. That was another positive video I did on this channel, and it didn't do very well. You people on YouTube, you need to start embracing positivity. I know we love to whine about the woke and the left, but sometimes good things happen in nerd culture. Watch the positive videos, people. Before noting that it's a new game, he would like to implement reboot-like measures as well. This seemed to get Sugino thinking about Sega's attitude towards reboots and remakes, as he then mentioned that Sega considers reboots and remakes for series depending on what is the best way to do this IP. He then mentioned Sonic specifically and outright said Sega is considering reboots and remakes for the Blue Blur's previous games. And here we have a Sonic Heroes logo, and I know this means nothing in context of what they were talking about. They're just putting pictures Adventures here, but it stokes the fires and flames within my soul that maybe, just maybe, some of these Sonic games that for some people are a bit unplayable because they're plebeians and only used to the newest, greatest, latest, PlayStation stuff and PC, and they can't go back and appreciate older games with brilliantly abusable physics engines. Maybe, just maybe, we will get something that they can appeal to them so we can relive our childhood in like 1080p. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't change the controls. Just make it look prettier. Give us some better audio, but keep the game authentic, like what Spyro did. Give us the option for old soundtrack or more modernized, updated soundtrack. Give us the option to choose between old voice acting and new voice acting. Or if you're gonna reuse new voice actors entirely, keep the lines the exact same. No dialogue changes. Just give us prettier game. That's it. Spyro did it. It worked. Sakino said, "Of course, we have to do new things, but as with all IPs, we don't have new works or reboots. We will develop while selecting what is appropriate at the time for each IP, such as, this is the best way to do this IP. Sonic is also Sega's signature IP, and in parallel with the new game, we're considering reboots and remakes." Oh, that is so great to hear. There have been rumor after rumor after rumor about Sonic Adventure remakes over the past God knows how many years, and then something interesting, very interesting, happened when Sonic Frontiers came out. The director of the game straight up said he would be interested in doing a Sonic Adventure remake. That is a prime candidate. We've seen platform games get remade over and over. The thing is, you gotta do it right. Don't do what Resident Evil 4 Remake did, which is basically a complete overhaul and really a different game that's very similar. Same with Final Fantasy. Same with what will probably end up happening with Silent Hill 2, if we're all being completely honest. Do the Dead Space, was Dead Space almost a one-for-one remake? I think it was. I'm honestly not sure. I've not played the Dead Space remake. But point is, keep it 1-to-1. That is the only thing we true blue Sonic fans are asking for. Yes, I said true blue. True blue. Point is, pun was totally intended. We didn't get any more information on what Sonic games Sega might be giving a new lease on life, but it's worth noting that a Sonic Adventure remake is something that fans have been vocal about wanting for a very long time. Yes, the game came out in '98, or if you're an American like me, September 9th of 1999. It has needed a remake since probably 2012. Again, this is back when video game remakes were doing it more or less correctly. Yes, we've been wanting this for a long time, because if you're not gonna give us Sonic Adventure 3, which we've been asking for since like 2002, you good goddamn well better give us Sonic Adventure Remake, if nothing else. If this sells real well, perfect. There's an avenue for you to do Sonic Adventure 3. Use this as your setup, as your testing bench, to see if fans want Sonic Adventure 3. Spoiler alert, we do. We really don't even need to remake Sonic Adventure just to give the fans Sonic Adventure 3. Frontiers was already very close to Sonic Adventure 3, especially because you got Ian Flynn writing. Ian Flynn loves his adventure member berries. He throws them in the comics and in Frontiers all the time. But give us Sonic Adventure. Notice how it's going to fly off the shelves as if it magically sprouted wings, and then you're going to be like, oh, maybe we should give them Sonic Adventure 3, and it's going to make the money made from Sonic Frontiers look like frickin' chump change. I swear to Christ, Sega, put me in charge of your marketing team. I know what the fans want. Making it a very obvious pick. That being said, if you're not currently thinking about the potential for a Sonic Heroes reboot, then you're not thinking right. Oh, come off it now. I said Sonic Heroes, but Adventure needs to come first. Yes, if you guys couldn't tell, I am quite passionate about this subject. Sonic Adventure is literally my single favorite video game ever made, and that will not change. It hasn't changed since 1999, and it's not going to change in 2099 if your boy lives that long. I'm sure the government's going to come up with some sort of drugs to inject in our bloodstream and we're all linked to the computer to make us live forever. But the point is, I would love a Sonic Adventure remake if it's done right, if they honor the source material, if they don't goddamn woke it up, because we all know that even with Japanese IPs, that's starting to become a problem lately, but I want this to remain a positive video. So I want to know, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see any Sonic games remade? If so, what games do you want to see remade? How do you want to see them remade? Do you agree that Sonic Adventure is the most deserving of a remake? Do you think that maybe we should just leave remakes alone? They've been doing a whole lot of remakes lately, and it hasn't exactly done a whole lot of brands good. Or do you welcome video game remakes? I myself don't actually like them that much. This is the exception, not the rule. Maybe that makes me a hypocrite, I'm not sure. But all in all, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours, be it on here in the comments or on Twitter, where you can find me at BoltTheWord. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, not always about video games or Sonic the Hedgehog, but anime, movies, Magic the Gathering, you name it, it's all here in the nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise. God, I'm happy to be back.